This is definitely one luxury touring motorcycle that has certainly raised the bar when it comes to technology and safety. In fact, recently the international press picked it as their bike of the year. At the heart of this beauty is a brand new from the ground up, totally advanced fuel-injected inline 6-cylinder engine mounted across the frame. And that's just for starters, because once you get past the big touring bits, such as the fully integrated luggage system and power-adjustable windscreen, you also notice high-tech advancements, such as the adaptive xenon headlight that swivels and tilts with the motion of the bike, and the new multi-controller on the left-hand grip for the bike's onboard computer that functions much like the iDrive controller found in BMW's high-end autos. That controller will allow you to customize your GTL's power delivery by selecting one of 3 programmable engine maps: rain, road, and dynamic. As well, you can tweak or dial in the front and rear suspension damping rates, from sport to normal to comfort. You can even fine-tune the ride for 1-up or 2-up touring, with or without luggage. Very nice indeed. Certainly the K1600 GTL looks the business. But how does she handle the tough job of eating up the tarmac at speed? Well, to answer that question this week, we've engaged the services of a Canada Safety Council instructor and lifetime Goldwing owner, Ken Edick.
So Ken, I was curious just to get your first impression. I mean, you've had so many Goldwings and you're a die-hard Goldwing rider, I know that. What was your first impression when you walked up to the motorcycle this morning?
It's just the BMW line, the flow of it is much more flowing than the Wing, and I just love that look that BMW's had over a number of their bikes.
Right, so you threw a leg over, you fired it up. What did you think of the motor?
The engine, I mean, as much as it's a 6-cylinder like the Wing, this is a 6-cylinder that surpasses the smoothness and the quietness. I had to do a double look at the tachometer to make sure it was running.
Yeah, I know when I fired it up, I thought, did I start this?
Yeah.
So, okay, it's smooth, but as you rode it, give me some of the impressions you get from the engine.
I guess the number one was the throatiness is heard by others, but not by the rider, which in a long tour, that's what you want. You want quiet, but you know that the power is there, and you could feel it right from the start. The transmission is faultless, and the power, the way it just builds, is incredible all through all gears.
Lots of torque?
Oh, way more torque than I was expecting, yeah.
Yeah. So it runs and it runs smoothly, quietly. What about stopping power?
Typical, some awesome braking, and it's linked braking. More and more bikes are getting into that, certainly in the touring aspect, and it hauls down real quick without significant nosedive. Yeah, really secured brakes. And I guess just ergonomically, the seating position, there was really good support for the driver back in here, and it was a natural reach to the handlebars. It was not too far out, not tucked in, but yet it still gave you that sport feeling.
Right. Saddle was comfortable. How did you find that?
I was very impressed with it, yeah, and it allowed me enough range to move back and forth, but when I really lit it up, and that's when you could feel the power come on, nice butt stop right there that you weren't going any further, because it really comes alive when you give it the power.
Now, how did you find the cockpit and the hand controls? There's obviously a lot going on nowadays up here in terms of being able to use the computer and everything else. How did you find the controls?
They were rather intuitive without a lot of thought to it. They naturally feel that you don't have to take your hands off the handlebar to accommodate a lot of the information that it's trying to tell you. A lot of the electronic circuitry about how the ride changes, how you want the power delivered versus dry roads, a little bit of loose roads or rain, can all be done without taking your hands off the handlebar, and that's really big because that focus has to be out there on the open road.
Right, and so did you like the thumb wheel as far as it being able to sort of adjust things and select things?
Yeah, it's kind of different. Like I say, it's very handy to have it there without having to take your eye off it. It's a natural reach to it. The only thing it does make is your standard control now to the turn indicator or the horn is just that much farther along. But again, it's still in the base position. And a big thing as far as the BMWs that I've ridden of late, they've now standardized the one button for the turn indicator left and right. So I found that really easy to adapt to.
Did you adjust the windscreen at all?
Yeah, it travels quite the range, and I'm 6-foot rider. When I had it in the full position, I was looking a good 5 or 6 inches down into the screen, so a lot of deflection that I would typically probably only use on a very windy day, and the optics were very clear. I didn't find any distortion that would bother me. However, once I got into the back roads where you want to have fun with this machine and it really starts to prove itself, I wanted to put the windshield down, and it gave me a full open view with a nice cockpit of still air.
It's designed for touring. You need the luggage. Did you have a poke around in the luggage? What did you think?
Yeah, there's good luggage capacity. They're a little convoluted first time around for how to work the latches. And one of the big things that I know about this bike that the Goldwing doesn't have is all the luggage is detachable by key. Which allows you to take it into your motel at night. A lot of people still want that kind of security. Right. It also allows you to strip down the unnecessary parts if you really want to go sport riding in the back roads without this additional luggage on there at all.
So 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, what would you think?
Oh, definitely 2 thumbs up for a straight new approach to the touring market. I think BMW has really done their homework. I think really they've opened up a whole new category. I don't know what the word actually means, but Uber Sport Luxury Touring. I think they've nailed it.
Nice job, Ken.
Thank you, Dave.
Hope you enjoy the ride home.
You bet.